Hey people, welcome to the Run Testers, and in this video we're heading off-road, well via the road at least, with the Altra Outroad 2. Now this wide boy zero drop shoe is built for road to trail comfort, and Altra says it aims for versatility, durability and comfort no matter what's underfoot. So if you're hunting for a road to trail running shoe with a roomier fit and wondering if this is it, watch on. So quick details then, when it comes to stack height, the Altra Outroad 2 has what Altra calls balance cushioning with a 27mm heel to toe stack, 27mm in the heel, 27mm in the toe for a zero drop design, or what they call balanced cushioning. When it comes to weight, the Outroad 2 come in at 11.5 ounces or 326 grams in a UK men's test size 8.5. It's a midweight hybrid running shoe that's not far off the heft of a Hoka Speedgoat 5, so it's not the heaviest trail shoe, but it's also not the lightest. Price-wise, the Outroad 2 will set you back £130 in the UK or just shy of $140 in the US. Now, if you're not familiar with Altra shoes, the first thing you'll notice about the Outroad 2 is the slightly odd-looking toe box. This anatomical design is designed to follow the natural shape of your foot to give your toes more room to move. It's Altra's trademark. However, the Outroad 2 features Altra's slightly slimmer foot shaping for a more snug and comfortable fit while still leaving your toes plenty of room to spread and flex. Up top, you've got engineered mesh uppers that have been tweaked from the first generation to boost durability. There's overlays here in all the key contact points, but they're not as aggressively armoured as some trail shoes. There's more cushioning in the heel for added comfort, making this a plusher cruiser than its predecessor. Underfoot, the Outroad 2 has a comparatively conservative 20mm stack when you think about some trail shoes we're seeing now, and that's from Ego midsole foam to provide the cushion for landings, but it's also tuned to deliver plenty of response. Now when you flip them over, these are absolutely filthy, but when you flip them over, the outsole has a good covering of max track rubber with 2.3mm multi-directional lugs. That's basically lugs placed with strategic patterns to deliver the grip on lighter trails and boost durability, but crucially to not be too sticky for the road. Now when it came to fit, I ran in my regular running shoe size, which is a UK 8.5, and I found the fit roomy and reliable. These come up narrower than at the Altra Lone Peak, but I'm still fairly new to Altra, so I found them much roomier than most trail shoes. I got good heel hold, I got good lockdown across the top of the midfoot without having to risk lace pinch. There's quite a lot of padding in the tongue, so that helps. And the roomy toe box was ample for me to avoid bashing on the end of the shoe and up on the top on steep descents. So yeah, I'd risk this over longer distances without worrying about black toenails, and I'd recommend going true to size. Though it's worth saying that the slim fit isn't perhaps as roomy as some Altras, and you might need to consider going half a size up if you like things really spacious, or if you'd normally tend to go half a size up in your trail shoes, I would stick with what you do and go half a size up in these then. So for my run test, I ran close to 60 kilometres in the Altra Outroad 2 on a mix of lighter park trails, river paths and some more steep technical and testing North Devon coast paths. That included plenty of mixed miles at mixed paces and a good chunk of time on the tarmac too to test the road to trail credentials of the shoe. Straight out of the box, I think the Outroad 2 has great step-in comfort thanks to this plush kind of heel padding and the collars and the tongues and that signature roomy Altra toe box. Even on some steep technical terrain, I had absolutely no problems with the toes hitting the toe box across the top or into the ends, which is great. Now, despite being a mid-weight shoe on the scales, I think these Outroad 2 run surprisingly light on the foot. They're also noticeably firmer than some of the speedier road to trail shoes that we've seen recently, like the Hoka Tecton X2, that kind of thing. And I noticed some lumps coming up on the lumpier trails. On the flip side, I think there's still decent ground contact, and the nice wide platform that you get with the shoe makes for a solid, reliable stability. There's also just enough response from that balanced cushioned midsole to clip along the compacted trails and road sections with happy ease. However, I wouldn't say that these are built for speed. I put them firmly in the long, slow, cruising trail bracket, although some people might find the firmness a little bit lack of protection over longer distances. Now when it comes to grip, in my tests it was great on dry trails, sections with loose stone and some steep grassy descents when it's dry. It was also good on the less technical flat off-roads along the river. These can get really sloppy and wet. I still felt pretty confident to move with intent on that kind of terrain. Clearly those shallowest lugs and the slightly less aggressive pattern aren't designed for heavy mud conditions and might not suit steeper, slippier trail conditions. On durability, this has been nicely robust so far, though I've not pitched it against any seriously rocky, craggy trails where it might take proper knocks. The best way to think of this really, I think, is like a beefed up, better protected road shoe with, pliable overlays in some important areas. Now when it comes to verdict, first thing I would say, if you already own the original Outroad, I wouldn't be in a hurry to upgrade. I don't think there's that much to choose here between that version and what's happened here with the tweaks to the Outroad 2. If not, and you're after a plodding workhorse that elite road and easy trails at slower paces, I think the Outroad 2 actually has a lot to offer. It's not a light and energetic trail shoe by any stretch, and it's much closer to the low drop ride of the older Innovate shoes that come up a bit firmer than it is to the livelier sort of carbon plate trail shoes we've seen recently. But it delivers good comfort, a happy clip along ride and just enough control for those low and slow miles. If you're a fan of good old ground contact and you like to feel the trail beneath your feet, I think the Outroad just about keep you connected, and though there's a distinct firmness to them when you hit the tarmac, they're pretty happy on the road too. At least for short commutes to the trail, I'd say. I wouldn't want to do big, long road sections. Once you're off-road, they're not really made for muddy trails, but on the more groomed, gravelled paths, in parks, next to rivers, that sort of thing, they're very, very competent. Not as protective as, say, a Speedgo or a Tecton X, or shoes like the Merrell Agility Peak. Not as aggressive and racy as something like the New Balance SC Trail, but I'd say a good road to trail option for easy miles, maybe up to 2 or 3 hours if you don't mind a firmer shoe. I might not push them to Ultra, but I definitely go longer, relaxed off-road adventures in them. So there you have it. That's our review of the Altra Outroad 2. Hope it's been useful. Don't forget to hit like if so. It really helps us if you share it with other runners who might find it useful as well. And if you're not a subscriber, we'd absolutely love it if you'd hit that button too. In the meantime, if you're interested in our top trail shoe picks, there's a video appearing on the channel right about now that you might find handy. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon on the Run Testers. Happy running. Good luck with everything that you're trying to achieve out there.